Welcome back. Before the break, we had a nutritionist in to talk to us, and we left off with Hogan and his hungriness. So that actually leads into the next issue that we like to bring up. So male body issues.
Yes. What about that?
Well, because like in our first segment when I mentioned about the whole women laughing, eating salad, like how women are portrayed in advertising, you also get men portrayed in a certain way.
With
and
like
it's
big things.
yeah, like always having like a hungry appetite and getting a lot of food. Like when you see a KFC commercial for when they had their double down.
It was always a man.
It was always men. Like, yeah, this is a real meal. Or like, wait,
Well,
like.
could you actually picture a woman eating
I've
something that
I've
huge?
seen it.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been.
I've seen it before, but I mean, I don't want to picture it.
But or same thing with like chocolate bar commercials. Anything that isn't like considered like maybe healthy or like diet, like it's the men that like get portrayed in it.
I think maybe it's a bit unfair to you guys, considering everyone has to be blonde and 100 pounds. But I mean, I think it's pretty realistic, because most of the dudes I know like to eat like triple cheeseburgers, because I love triple cheeseburgers, and whole entire pizzas to myself. I mean, it's realistic sometimes. And like,
Well, I mean, it is true, like, genetically. I mean, most of the time, like, guys are bigger and, like, they need, more food or...
But that's, the cheese, like, generally guys are bigger. Do you feel like you don't meet up to that standard that guys are supposed to be bigger and
No.
taller and manlier and,
I'm tall. Don't get me wrong.
Like, going back to my media and gender class again, like, even that the whole image of what a guy is supposed to be, there's, like, two separations. First, like, you get, like, Gaston from, like, Beauty and the Beast,
Uber masculine, misogynist.
like,
kind of.
super, yeah, like, that's the way a guy should be. And then you get the other one, it's, like, the sensitive guy. And, like...
Look at me.
But, like, they're not, maybe, like, today you'd see, like, that guy would be portrayed as someone who, like, goes after, like, I mean, is representing, like, PETA or, like...
It's true, he'd be
But
the
he's-
indie guy.
Yeah. Or
Well,
hipster.
I mean, or the hipster.
Yeah, well.
But, I mean, they still have those stereotypes as this is what... I mean, do you see a hipster that, like, is... Like, it's a certain body, like, image of a...
Well, there's always going to be stereotypes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keep leaning forward. There's always going to be stereotypes. I mean, you're not going to break that. I mean, everyone would like the Gaston-looking guy, or the Old Spice commercials. That guy, he's clever, witty. He's always
I'm on a
doing weird
horse.
things. What?
I'm on a horse. That guy?
Yeah, that guy. Like, I mean,
Well, but
sure, it'd be awesome to look like that, but I mean, it's a dream.
Well,
for
what do
some
you
of
what
us.
do you mean when you say like everybody wants that guy, or everybody wants, like, do you mean like
The majority
Yeah.
of females would prefer a man with that much muscle mass.
Well, but that's
Scientific.
the exact same thing as saying the majority of guys would like this hourglass figure on a girl with like blonde hair and big
majority
boobs.
of them would, but I mean, like, there's some men, such as myself, that that don't really have to go to the hourglass, the Kim Kardashian kind of girl. But it would be fun.
it's just,
I am hungry right now, though, and you have written down here the double down, which sounds delicious, and like every time I go to Pizza Hut, I get the deep dish because it's got that much more extra food in it, and it's like, what, an extra $1?
Because like I know a few guys too that they're not like big guys and they eat like McDonald's like a couple of times a week. Like they eat a lot of food and it's not necessarily the healthiest, but like how does it not clog your arteries or
fast
like
metabolism.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
That's all it is. I could eat what I want, and I won't get fat.
Because I know a lot of that's the thing is I know a lot of guys that are really, no offense to you, are very
It's okay.
thin and tall and lanky, and they try to eat so that they can gain some girth, because they're not very big, and which is it like relates directly back to the pressure to be that stereotype, to be that guy, someone who is bigger, and because I guess if you look bigger and you're more intimidating in man world, you're. I said I don't really know how it works. Like, it's hard for me to say because.
I mean, like, yeah, no, I don't care. I don't mind anything you say, but I mean,
Well, do you ever feel that though, like that pressure?
Yeah,
like
sometimes. I mean, like if I go in, like right now, I'm looking for a job. I've gone to different places. My other friend's gone to look at the same places. They assume that he's there for security, and they assume that I'm there to be like a poker dealer or a bartender or something. And just because he's naturally bigger than I am, and there is pressure to be like that, but I think we don't really have as much pressure as women do.
I think it depends on the person, really, though. Like maybe for you, you don't let it affect you as much. You know what I mean?
But yeah, like, because I know there are some guys that are like, you know, they won't wear shorts because they think their legs are too skinny. And like,
It was like that for a while, and then I started last summer to start wearing shorts again.
Or I know some guys get addicted to going to the gym because they really want to bulk up and gain
or what
some
about
muscle.
it's something we haven't really talked about, but like we talked about it for women having like big boobs, but I mean there's stereotypes for men, and like do they feel like self-conscious if they don't like add up?
Yeah, because I have no chest. It's a little weird. I mean, sometimes it's a bit weird, especially if like I went to Maine this summer, and I was on the beach, and I'm pretty sure I was the flattest dude on the beach because everyone else either has man boobs because they're large or they're just like
the muscle
jacked, you know. And I wasn't either, so I didn't really care. I have tattoos.
So you look.
What do you think about like the stereotypes of, you know, the way like guys are portrayed in, you know, movies, advertising, according to like weight? Because like you see, I don't know how to explain it, but like, you know, you get these like, you know, tall, like lanky type of figures, and oh well, they might be like the nerdy or like you get like all the, you know, bigger guys, like not as in muscle but like overweight as like, you know, playing video games in like their basement or.
Well, you know, it's kind of a reality sometimes too, because a lot of the bigger guys, like, and I'm talking fat, that I know are big video gamers. So they're kind of, but I mean, I also know some guys that like, you know, work out 5 days a week and also like to play video games. So
Where it's like, and it's like the jock has this like certain like body image, and
I think there's a reason why those stereotypes are there, just for reference notes, you know? Just society needs reference notes. Like, okay, what does this dude look like? That's what he is now. Like, I was never the jock, but I was a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look like a wrestler, but I was darn good at it, too.
Well, I mean, like, I've been learning a lot in, like, you know, reading, like, because in English, you learn a lot of different history. And the thing is one of the topics, gender comes up a lot. And gender roles and images come up a lot.
Gender always comes up with something in
everything.
Gender.
And so there's a lot of, like, you know, what men were supposed to be for each time period and what women are supposed to be. So there are ideals that have always existed. They've just been tweaked over time. And I think that, you know, no matter what, we're always going to struggle with what we're supposed to be as, you know, as a specific gender or whatever. It's unfortunate that that's how it has to be.
Yeah. I think it's just, I think women get more, like, pressures. But I think as in the past maybe, like, 10 years or so, it has been, you know, for guys too, but to a certain extent. And, like Hogan doesn't really affect him. But I'm sure there are, like, a lot out there who it does just as much or maybe even more than, like,
it's each individual, you know. Some guys might be affected more than a certain girl. And
it all eventually comes down to self-esteem and confidence. How you feel about yourself and how you look at yourself when you look in the mirror.
Yeah. I think everyone should be happy with themselves.
I'm happy.
Yeah, like, just sing, like, Christina Aguilera, like, I'm beautiful to yourself in the mirror. Like, don't be afraid to get a little cheesy. And so that's all the time we have for this week's show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or feedback, you can give us a call at 450-632-6397. Email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com. Or you can send us a message on our Facebook group. We're also looking for field reporters to join our team. If you're interested, you can, again, contact us through those various methods. And see you again in 2 weeks' time. Anna.
Anna.
Anna.